Hey everyone, this is going to be a wood finishing defects video, primarily based around a lap line or slight little defects of the coloring when you're wood staining or wood dyeing. Just anything with the coloring process where you can end up having a slight color defect. As you can see here, I'm just taking a cotton cloth, a rag, and just dipping it into the dye stain just to dampen it. And I'm just working out the excess color and dragging it back out across the remainder of the wood to give a more even coating. That's all it is. Your project isn't ruined. You don't have to sand it all the way back down to bare wood. You don't need to sand it at all. It's a very simple, very easy fix. For this particular color, I'm working with the Keda dye stain powder. As you can see there on the right hand side, the powder itself is very orange in color, but it is very yellow. This is what I'm using. I mixed it up as a water base, so it was just 1/4 teaspoon to, I think it was 7 ounces of water. I believe it was 7 ounces of water. And anyways, I'm just drying it out here so you can see how easy it really is to remove that defect. Again, the lap lines are fairly easy to fix, especially with this particular wood stain. But it should work pretty much the same principle on all wood stains. So if you have a slight defect like that, it's very easy to fix. Here I'm doing a more deliberate version where I'm pulling up 3 areas of this Keda stain powder dye stain mix, where I'm going to try to end up creating a much more prominent wood area defect. As you can see, if you end up leaving it more concentrated or mixing it much heavier than it's intended to, sometimes more isn't always better, especially with this. It can end up having a slight orange effect. If you end up mixing it a little bit heavy, just add a little bit of water to it and dilute it out. But for the most part, it's the same principle. I'm just taking the same applicator that I ended up using to color this board. I'm dampening it out, and I'm just going to work those areas and try to pull the color that's been distributed with the water tension, because that's what's happening, is that the reagent that you're going to be using can end up distributing the area towards the edges, and that's why the edges are always colored deep, a darker, deeper color, because that surface tension is pulling that coloring towards the edge of the liquid. And when it dries out, it has more of the color around that edge, and it just creates a color defect. Sometimes it's the wood. It can end up pushing back and rebounding and just leaving little spots or just little color defects. It's just part of the coloring process. This happens with pretty much any stain, but it's a very simple fix. Just dampen the cloth and go over it like this, and it's very simple. For those of you guys that are normal viewers of my channel, I know I've been gone for a while. This is going to be a little bit shorter video, but I'm going to end up trying to, just touch base on where I've been, what's been going on, the things that have been happening. Some good things, some bad things, some things, but hopefully I'm back for a little bit, and hopefully I can get some more videos out. I'm doing another video. This was part of it. I'm going to probably cut this out now of the other video where I'm working with the Keda yellow stain powder, and I'm coloring several different woods: maple, oak, pine, Douglas fir. I do a Sugiban technique with the yellow, and just kind of give a little color demonstration with that as well. But anyways, I really hope that this ends up giving a good demonstration on how easy this really is to fix. So I'm just taking a dry cloth here now, and I'm just trying to dry it faster. If you take a dry cloth to the surface, it tends to absorb a lot of the moisture and helps it dry out. But I'm going to be taking a hot air gun here in any second, and try to dry it out much faster for the purposes of this video. If I wasn't doing this video, this isn't necessary. I'm just trying to do it just to dry the wood much faster. But you'll end up seeing that after it's dried out, that the defect is gone. It's a very simple, easy fix. So please don't sand your wood back. Again, your project isn't wrecked. Any little color defects like that, it's going to all be the same principle. Worst case scenario, just apply a secondary coat, and sometimes even that'll just pull it out. But for the most part, that's all you really need to do, is just work it around a little bit with a damp area of the cloth that has the dye stain on it. And thanks you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully it helps out, and thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys pretty soon. Thank you.